Have you seen all of the anime-inspired lifting gear that influencers like Lean Beef Patty have been wearing? I know that I have had it all over my TikTok recently. One of these brands is Village Hidden in Iron. In my experience, a lot of anime brands I see online are like Alibaba products with anime slapped on it. So I really wanted to see whether this gear stood up to the test of actually lifting. Because unlike something like activewear, this gear needs to keep you safe. If you're new here, my name is Sampi and I'm a fitness nutrition coach for geeks and gamers, and I love anime. In addition to being a certified nutrition and fitness coach, I've also been a competitive bodybuilder, and right now I powerlift, so I know how important gear is. This review is going to talk about so many products, how the products look, how they feel, how safe they feel, and also talk about the packaging. Let's jump right into it.
世界一の剣豪になることだ。こうなったらもう名前の上不上も言ってられねえ。
This is not a first look. I've tried out all of these products before, but because the packaging is so nice on all of these products, I wanted you to see firsthand what all of it looks like. Starting off with the lever belt, this is the product I've been seeing the most online. Look at this packaging. The front over there, it says the will of iron still burns. That is so nice. And on the other side, you can see the logo. I haven't seen a lot of brands with packaging this nice before, which is why I really want to show it to you. Also like nice sturdy tag. So this is the Santoryu belts, and I was really excited when I saw this. I'm in the middle of reading One Piece now. It's been pretty hype. So right off the bat, like you can see just how gorgeous this color is. Over here, we have a stainless steel lever belt, works great. It has a base plate so that you can adjust how big and how small it is really easily. And I love that the logo's engraved on there. It's not just like printed on a sticker, it's engraved. So I really feel like this lever will last. In addition to things not just being printed on, these swords, you hear that? That's because they're embroidered. It looks amazing. I was so excited when I saw that they were embroidered and not just stuck on there. Like that feels expensive. So it looks amazing, right? Did it stand up to my workouts? So far, I've lifted pretty heavy in this and it's been great. These are USPA and USAPL approved if you're a power lifter. Made with real leather, made with stainless steel. It feels quality and it's nice and thick.
Nice.
That may beg the question, which one am I gonna keep in my kit right now? I'm really enjoying this for my benching and my squats so far. I feel perfectly comfortable in them. I did like it for deadlifting. The thing is that I like having a little more flexibility when I deadlift. Sometimes when I lean over, depending how much I eat before or just like my mood or hormones, how my stomach is feeling when I deadlift can make a really big difference in how I adjust my belt. So the flexibility of the SBD belt when I deadlift, it's still gonna be optimal for me. That's not to say that this is a bad choice for deadlifting. I just know that this is going to be my priority belt for when I bench and for when I squat, and I may choose the other belt for deadlifting. Another thing I really loved about this belt is it was relatively quick for me to break in, which I appreciated. I feel like this is a great belt for a lot of lifters, especially if you're just starting to get into things, because it is at such a great price point while also being still really safe.
こいつが出入り口の匂いを覚えてる。
So next we have knee sleeves, and I tried out two different pairs. So these are the Divine knee sleeves, and so I think all of the like anime looking sleeves are the same on their company, and these are going to be for your regular lifter, right? So these are JJK themed, Divine. Look how gorgeous these look. This design is super unique. I had a really good lifting session in them. They were compressive, but they weren't super tight. Like I was able to get them up my leg with no problem. I didn't even need socks to get these up, which is really nice. So these are 30 centimeters long and they're 7 millimeters thick. And they're made with neoprene. They are USPA and USAPL legal, but I do think most people would benefit from a pair of compression sleeves like these. Like I said, these are made for everyone, so they're not like super rigid or anything like that. Nice and comfy. I'm someone who lifts with powerlifting sleeves most of the time, but trying these on made me realize I may start using these for my lighter load days. Like anytime I'm squatting under like 150, like I might just use these because I was able to get in and out of them like way quicker, and I don't need to be feeling like a robot all the time when I'm lifting that light, you know? So speaking of heavy lifting, these Onbu Pros are the talk of my gym. Isn't that cool how there's like a different logo for this one? This one has the Village logo and this one has the Onbus. So like I've been competing with SBD's powerlifting sleeves. These are much more rigid than my SBD ones, I think, and they're honestly more comfortable. So it's kind of crazy because these are more rigid, and they slid onto my legs fairly easily. I have like footage of me looking like genuinely shocked when I put these on for the first time because I was like, oh my gosh, these slide up my leg, but they're still compressive.
Whoa, those went on way easier than I thought they would. Whew. Okay, I can feel the compression.
This looks beautiful with the Onbu and the logo right there. One of the details I love is that you have that slogan right here. I was able to push pretty heavy in these. I felt safe the whole time. Because these are so stiff, sometimes in between sets you may need to pull them up and make sure that they haven't like creased. But I think that is the nature of a lot of the stiffer sleeves. I was really surprised about these. I've always considered SBD just like one of the standards, but these will also be replacing SBD in my kit. I find them way more comfortable. I'm able to get them up my leg way faster, and I really like how they look. If you'd like me to do a knee sleeve comparison video, I would love to do that. I have access to so many knee sleeves. Leave a comment down below and I'll break down some of the difference between them, especially as a lady with like really big legs. These are made with ultra dense neoprene and they are USAPL legal. So I compete in USPA and I have seen someone from my gym wear these, but I didn't see online that they were USPA legal. So I guess we'll see. I know like regionally, I think my people would be okay with it. So if you're someone new to lifting and you're wondering which of the two knee sleeves to get, if you do not power lift, get the Divine sleeves. If you do power lift, go for the Pros. These are significantly more comfortable, but if you're not lifting super heavy, this is just really not necessary. I like both of them, don't get me wrong.
何者だは名前なんかねえよ
So this is one of my favorite products. It's the wrist straps. Again, look how cool this packaging is. Over there, and then on this side we got mesh. So I didn't think that there was a different way to do wrist straps. I thought they were all kind of the same, but this proved me wrong. Again, I was stunned. So these are the hollow wrapped. I also got them in Benihime. And so first off, let's admire how they look. Like, look how cool that is that they are two different designs. I think that's so cool, just like how my Divine sleeves are two different patterns. What shocked me is these guys are super long. So before this, I was using a pair of these short SBD ones. Let's talk how they compare a bit. What I really love about this long wrist strap, it means that I can crank it super tight or like kind of tight or kind of loose. There's a lot of flexibility that can be had when they are this long to get it to the appropriate tightness for your preference. These are also really flexible and bendy. You see that? So for some people, like flexible may be like, but that doesn't support my wrist, right? But because they're so long, you can crank it really tight, which means I get the comfort of the flexible strap while having the support of it being very long. It's 100 centimeters long. And what I find so different about this brand is you see this big silicone tab. I've seen like little silicone tabs, like maybe this big, but this is huge, which just means that you get one extra layer of support. So when you crank it around and around and around and stick the silicone tab on top, like you feel very tucked in, very secure. So these are 8 centimeters wide and 100 centimeters long, and they are USPA and USAPL approved. Showing off these and how gorgeous they are. Look how pretty that is. I loved bleach growing up. These wrist straps are actually a product that I've told so many people about since I've tried them on. I don't know if you ever tried something on that was so good that you're like, you have to try this. These wrist straps are probably gonna be that thing from this whole product bunch that I tried. Like, I genuinely love these wrist straps. I think they are so aesthetic, they look so cool, and they are genuinely so comfortable. I need wrist straps a lot. I use them when I bench, but I also use them when I low bar squat. It gets really heavy when I low bar squat, and if I don't use wrist straps, my wrists really hurt. But again, it's a pain to take wrist straps on and off again. And I'm able to just crank this to like just the appropriate comfort that I need, so I'm not needing to take them on and off as much. I haven't tried SBD's long wraps, so it's not a fair comparison, but the Village wraps are now going to be staples. I'm using these all the time so far, and I'm basically encouraging everyone I know to try these out. Like, that is how much I like these. Next, let's look at the lifting straps. Again, beautiful packaging. Oh my gosh. So these are the Godspeed wrist straps. They're like Kiliwa themed, and I think there's also a belt with this pattern on it, so you can get a whole set. Look how vibrant and beautiful this color is. Something that I find really unique about these lifting straps is you see that text? It's actually made of silicone, so it's grippy. You get a little bit of extra grip on there. I love that's both functional and gorgeous to look at. So these lifting straps are unpadded, which means that you're able to get closer to the bar. You can see a lot of reinforced seams on there. Look, the logo is sewn on as a tag. The silicone on here is definitely the feature that makes these stand out and really unique to me. Lifting straps as a powerlifter aren't something that I always utilize because, you know, for deadlifts, you can't use lifting straps. But since getting these, I've started using them more and more in my accessory work, and it has made a difference. You can see my hands right now, they're so beat up. I deadlifted today, and I'm going to be feeling it tomorrow. And it's going to be nice when I hit some of my accessories. I'm not gonna have to worry about my grip or the fact that my hands are super beat up. And just so you can get a look at another of them, this is the Suntory pattern, like Wano Zoro. Just look at that. These colors are beautiful. If you're in the market for lifting straps, I think these are rad. So next up we have the pump cover, and I think I got this in a 2XL, and I'm a size small, and so I usually order my shirts bigger. What I didn't realize was that this was already oversized, and they're they are already like shrunk to size, so washing it will not shrink this. So that is my mistake, but as a girly who loves a big t-shirt, the shirt's great. I love it. Showing off the front, showing off the back design. You can see it's nice and long. So about this pump cover, the shirt is very thick.
Nice.
And kind of dense, but it is still comfortable and soft even though it's thick. It's this like acid wash maroon color that I think is really pretty. I'm an earth tone girly. And so something about this kind of like thick, comfortable material means that I'm able to warm up faster because this gets me toastier faster because it is a bit warmer. Because of that, I'm able to just get into my lifts faster because I warmed up quicker because it's toasty. I like this. I really like the designs on it. I'm not seeing any other like comparable brands. When I see this kind of design, I think of like Dark or like Kill Crew. I haven't seen anyone quite do this kind of, you know, like Japan inspired print. So I may start collecting these because I think they look really cool. Next, let's chat about the Deadlift Shoes. These were done in collaboration with One Hund, so it's a One Hund X Village Hidden and Iron collab, and these I think are just One Hund, but these are the Gum Gum shoes. And let's talk about some of the differences between them. For full transparency, I was not using Deadlift shoes before this. I was using some Zeros, so some like minimalist shoes to lift in. Like, oh my gosh. Finally having a pair of Deadlift shoes has made a big difference because of the grip. So these are the Gum Gums, and these are the Villain shoes. The Villain Pros, I should say. So these are the upgraded version of this. Both of them you'll see have the same like knitwear, but where they really have a difference is the bottom. As you can see, I've worn this outside. Oops. But you can see like this has way more texture and stuff compared to this guy, which is a lot more simple, which means that this guy, the Pros, are way more grippy. These are still grippy, but not as grippy as this one. So if you lift sumo or if you're using them to bench, perhaps these Pros may be better for you. I lift conventional, so I'm just fine with these. And because I was training with Zeros before, these are still way more grippy. Another key difference I saw in these two guys, you'll see on the sole, this comes up higher and this goes down a little lower. See how it just goes straight and this guy goes like up to here? That means that these have a bigger toe box than this. I haven't had a problem with the toe box on here, but if you like to get your feet real flat, and toast spread, this toe box may be optimal. I wore these outside for an event where I was dressed as Luffy. So it does have a sock-like fit, but there is like memory foam on the bottom of these. I know some people want wearing deadlift shoes to be as similar to being barefoot as possible. And if that's you, you're gonna wanna take the soles out of these. I like the memory foam, I find it quite comfortable, but I think a lot of people will probably disagree with that. It is like a substantial amount of memory foam. I can't say exactly how much, but it feels like at least a centimeter when I squish it. So yeah, there's a substantial squish there. If you're not someone who likes that, you're gonna want to take it out. This comes in at a heftier price point than this one. So if you deadlift sumo, you may prefer the pros. If you want something at a lower price point, or if you lift conventional, these regular ones are great. As of the recording of this video, all of the Village Hidden and Iron X 100 collabs are on like super sale right now. Like they are very cheap. I would get them. I would get them. They are that cheap right now, so just saying. I'll be honest, I was really surprised how much I liked everything. I knew that they all looked cool, but I didn't realize how quality the products would actually be. And I'm not just saying that because they sent me stuff. Like, I am quite literally replacing multiple things in my kit. The fact that I'm swapping out my wrist straps as well as my knee sleeves for Village Hidden and Iron, I honestly think says a lot. In my opinion, after trying these things on, this isn't an example of a company just using a gimmick like anime and just slapping it onto existing products. Stuff that these wrist straps really show that they are trying to innovate and create new products for their consumer base. And honestly, with products like the Onbu Pros, I think it goes to show that they are expanding beyond just like an anime brand at this point. I really like those powerlifting sleeves. And after speaking with some people at the brand, everyone on the team not only loves anime, but they also come from a background of either competitive bodybuilding or competitive powerlifting. So I can really tell that they genuinely like their products, are genuinely testing them, and are making it so that these products are usable, not just aesthetic. Again, I wasn't sure what to think, but that was such an incredible experience opening all of those things. They look phenomenal, they perform great, and the packaging is exquisite. So if you're in the market to get some new gear and you love anime, I would definitely try out Village Hidden and Iron. And if you're looking for anime inspired activewear, I would check out this video next where I review Just Sayin'. See you next time.